There we
Also,
go.
we kind of need to change the name of the stream.
Yeah. What should the name be?
The name should be
So, puzzles.
solving puzzles whilst also solving the world's problems.
Okay, solving puzzles whilst also solving
I was not being entirely serious. Although, you know, we are solving all of the world's problems, so...
It's just not all of the world's problems, but it is problems of the world.
That's true.
Whether they be puzzles on a website, problems on a website, or problems that have keep mixing them up. Let me know when the title has changed. So, the first minute...
You know what? It's a crazy thought that we've already had a total of 193 viewers.
Sorry, what?
We have already had a total of 193 viewers.
Oh, total. It's like, what? Are we being raided?
It seems like we are. Okay, so an important thing to realize is that there is no puzzle on the screen. We're doing like puzzle solving in theory, right? But no puzzle is on the screen.
Yeah, because
Also, the name of the stream is still making literal images flow through space.
For some reason, it takes time for it to update.
Ridiculous.
What do you say?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. How dare they have some delay? Yeah, the first minute when we were speaking, that unfortunately went not above people's heads, but
live
beyond
streams.
their ears.
Okay, the live stream is streaming live.
Yeah.
And there is a delay of, I don't know, like 5 seconds. But the delay on the title change is not 5 seconds. It's not less than 5 seconds.
Oh no, it's updated.
Seconds.
It's updated now.
Yeah, I know.
That's good.
But still.
Yeah.
It's literally the transmission of text.
Yeah.
And then altering text.
That is very strange. I think it even happens if I do it through Twitch as opposed to through the streaming software. Even through the streaming software, it shouldn't be this slow. If it's quick.
Anyway, let us start the solving of the puzzles. So, also, I would like to bring something to your attention.
What is that?
And to the attention of our few viewers. Have you ever thought about ginger? Yes, you have thought about ginger. Okay, obviously you've thought about ginger. You see ginger, you consume ginger, you do stuff with ginger. You realize that people who are gingers don't have souls, that sort of thing. Okay, ginger is all around. Ginger is the root of a plant, right? The root of a plant. Okay. Now, how do plants multiply? Through seeds.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. What are seeds in, usually? Fruits.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. Now, have you ever thought about the fact that there exists such a thing as a ginger fruit?
No.
There are ginger fruits out there.
Really?
Yes, and not just one kind of ginger fruit. No, there are different varieties of ginger fruit. Usually, they are sold in like the best varieties are sold in like Madagascar and other parts of Africa.
It just shows images of just what ginger usually looks like.
Because nobody ever thinks about the fact that ginger fruits exist. So I'll try to see if I can find a credible source in this. Okay, I have a couple of videos.
We can't go watching videos. That thing that we just call ginger, or the ginger root, is actually a ginger fruit?
No, it's not.
Oh, because that's what I'm getting here.
Yeah, but I know what ginger fruit looks like, and I also kind of know what it tastes like. I haven't tasted it, but I've heard a description. Ginger fruit Madagascar.
I can't find an image of it.
Okay, I have found a couple of images. Here, look at this. This is ginger fruit. I'll send it to you. Maybe you can show it on stream as well.
Yep.
Ginger fruit.
Ooh.
That is what the fruit of a ginger looks like. Ginger plant. I mean,
Is that what
the fruit of a
ginger
looks more
children
like an
looks
unborn
like?
baby.
There we go. That's there you go. It's ginger fruit.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. On the topic of fruits and such, we just lost the 3 viewers that we had, by the way.
Well, I also left the page, so I'm one of them.
Okay, well then we lost 2 of them.
It says 4 here, so.
Do you know of the fruit called tamarind?
No.
Tamarind is a fruit related to peas. You should look it up. It's quite common actually. You know, also just stick around showing stuff on screen because we must share our beautiful experience of the planet.
Mm-hmm. I could just go to Google, look up something.
It's not shown on stream though.
I know.
Okay.
I turned it off.
Why?
Because it's a stock photo. You don't want to, share.
But it has the brand stuff over it, so
Wait,
that's...
why is it not updating? Oh no, because I'm accidentally on Google Chrome.
Yeah, anyway, so look it up, tamarind fruit. Now, I've tried this. Have I told you about my hobby of fruit hunting?
No.
Have I never? Tamarind.
Oh, okay. Hunting? What do you mean hunting fruit?
Fruit hunting. I just go hunting for fruit. Like obscure kinds of fruit that you don't find in most places in the western
Okay.
part of Europe.
Like, do you look for the plants where they're grown, or just hunting as in to
just
find
the
them
fruits, and sometimes also the plants. I can pick them. I've tried
like do you mean you're looking through stores to find them?
Looking through stores, also looking through what are they called?
This looks like a nut.
It's not a nut. No.
A legume?
It's related to.
Are legumes fruits? No. No, legumes aren't fruits. That's why they're legumes.
Anyway, tamarind tastes kind of like raisins, but more sour and better in every aspect. Even though it looks like shit.
It literally looks like shit.
Yes, and figuratively. But I like the reason that I thought of this was when I was looking for ginger fruit, I saw this: make fresh tamarind ginger tea. Now this is a tea podcast in, at least in part. I have ginger and I have tamarind just lying around here. Sour tamarind, not sweet tamarind. I like sweet tamarind more, but I can't find it anywhere. So I could make myself some tamarind ginger tea in a second, if we wanted to. People could share that experience. I could go, oh shit, I just cut myself trying to cut the ginger, you know?
No.
What no?
Yes.
People love hearing people suffer.
Maybe that's what we should switch to instead. Just
stabbing ourselves.
Yeah, and a hammering, just like our wrists.
Okay, so let's get a puzzle on screen.
Yeah.
Let's embiggen. Oh, have you seen the?
Here's the motherfucking tea. And then
that does not suit your character.
There you go. It doesn't suit my character.
Okay, so on the topic of characters that suit, have you seen the Nintendo Direct of Mario Maker 2?
No.
Okay, so they used the word embiggen in there.
Yeah. I know that's not original. Like, it is a word that came from a TV show. Not sure which. It was Simpsons.
Is it now?
Yes, it is.
I did not know that.
It is a recent word, and it's like, oh, it seems like it's a word that should be a word. No, it was brought to popularity to actually be a word by the Simpsons.
Oh, I thought it. I actually did not. I thought it sounded like a non-word, to be honest.
Yeah, that's exactly it because it was, and then Simpson made it one, but because people started using it because of it.
Anyway, I think we should embiggen the puzzle. That's the point that I was trying to get.
But which one should we do? I think
How about a 10 by 10 hard?
Okay.
Just getting straight into it. You know, and if we fail, then we can get inputs from our 0 viewer.
Mm-hmm.
Första natten hemma undrar vad han drömmer om. Why are you getting these sorts of adverts? You are not a soon-to-be parent, are you?
I don't know. I did what? Yeah. So I'm not monetizing my streams. Why do I still get ads? Aren't
Free
ads to support
advertising,
the?
yeah.
Aren't ads to support the streamers? Maybe it's to support Twitch as well.
Those ads are on your browser.
Oh, you're talking about here.
Yes. These
I
ads are
don't
personal
know.
to you.
So you're talking. You said on the stream.
People can deduce some of your browsing behavior by looking at these ads. Like I always get ads for dresses for some reason. People could
What?
draw weird conclusions from that.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
look
it
at that!
can't
Look at
because
that
this is
advertisement.
Firefox, which I don't use.
Våra populärsta produkter. Yeah, but they are
Almost.
still Google ads, aren't they? Like they'll make use of your IP address and such to completely negate all of the privacy things that you were trying to achieve.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so I already see some things that we can do here. We can surround all of the ones with black tiles. What?
There you go.
Why did you do this?
Incognito. There we go. It's all fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can at least surround all of the ones with black tiles.
Sorry, I
each
need
of
to
the
get
4
back into
cardinal
the
sides.
rhythm of how to do this. So, how do we do this? I forgot what the rules were.
The rules are in the top left.
Yeah, but there's long.
But
could you explain?
I'll send the link of this stream to a couple of people, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
Having no viewers is
No numbered
depressing.
cells. Wait, so what is that? Okay, black. Right, okay. Oh, that's what this game is. Okay, I see.
With the islands, you know?
Yeah.
I have no one else who would be interested in this. Vad doen deze keer?
Wait, this has already failed.
You know, on the topic of failure,
I don't know.
I just invited someone to come watch, and guess what? Wait, what have you done?
Oh, no, it hasn't failed because it's only the immediate. It's not.
Why did you surround the 4 with black tiles and the 1 with dots?
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
Aren't the rules that it's the most immediate ones?
What?
What are the rules then?
1 is just an island on its own.
I forgot.
Like you can surround ones with black tiles immediately. The islands are white.
Oh, now I see. Okay.
Only on 4 sides. Only on 4 sides.
I forgot. I said I forgot how it works.
So only on 4 sides, though.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm starting to remember now.
The other ones, yeah.
Oh no, can these be like this? Yeah, because it's not 2 by 2.
Must be filled in.
So it can be. And this, no, okay, so it's an island.
And then we can also put black tiles between the 2 and the 3.
Because they have to be different.
Yeah, they have to be different islands. And then also between the 3s that are looking fancy.
Like so?
Yeah, and also between the 2 and the 7. Okay.
And now, I guess we just try?
Well, we can mark with... No, we don't just try. What are you, a fool? Look at the 2
I mean,
on the left
there's
side.
so much space here that there's much freedom.
On the left half, there is a 2.
Left half, there's a 2. This one?
That's a 5.
I'm pointing at a 2. You're a bit delayed.
Oh, I suppose so. Yeah, so there is a 2 there. We should well, there is only one way for that to be an island with 2 with an area of 2. So you can mark a dot right above that too, and
Do I need to do that?
yes, that's what you need to do.
Okay, so 3.
Oh, we now know something else also. All the way on the left side, the square on the row that your cursor is currently, all the way on the left. Yeah, right there. All the way on the left.
I am all the way on the
Why
left.
aren't you wiggling your mouse?
I'm just showing, and then I'm waiting for you to say yes. Those are the 4 ones. What do I do with them?
No, I'm looking for just one of them. The bottom left of those 4.
Ah, okay.
We know that there is no island which can reach that square. So, therefore, it must be black. And we also know that that's not black, that's white.
I understand what you mean now. Okay.
Okay. And we also know that to the immediate right, that square cannot be black. No, to the immediate right, I said.
You do know I'm not
Immediate
looking
right
at...
of that square that you were just at.
It can be.
It cannot be black
The
because
4 can bend.
it cannot be black, I said.
Yeah, I'm thick arena.
Because then you would have a configuration of 4 black tiles in a square, and that's not allowed. So there is only what are you doing? Now the 4 island has 5. That's not. There is only one way for the 4 island to be configured now.
I'm gonna share screen on Discord so that you're not so delayed.
Sure.
There we go. Actually, I'll lower that.
But you were doing something that was foolish no matter the delay. So now there is only one way for the 4 island to look. So I say just fill that in.
No.
Yes, there is literally only one way.
No, for example, it could be
no, because
this.
then
it could be like
because
this.
No, it could not.
Why not?
Because then it's not an orthogonally continuous island.
Oh, are they only straight lines?
No.
Orthogonally continuous.
If you mark something with a dot, it is part of an island.
Oh. I thought... now I understand why you wanted me to select that one, because otherwise it would form a square. Okay.
Yes. So there is only one way with the 4 island to look at. Yeah.
Actually, we don't know that one. Actually, we do.
And then, we know that we can put one black tile below the 4 as well.
We know this one must be one of them.
Yeah. The very top left square cannot be part of an island. There is no, island that can reach that part. And also right below that.
Also this one, because it can't.
Yeah, also right below. Yeah, so then we know that one must be white, because otherwise it would form.
Do we just choose? Yeah, no, it has to be here, because otherwise you get squares.
Well, go ahead, draw the island. Yeah.
2 would have to be there. 7 cannot go in there and turn, so it can't be there.
Wait, what? Why not?
Well, if it's... Oh, no, it's total. Yeah, sorry. I was like, it has to be one continuous line. No, it doesn't. This
the bottom 3, we can mark 1 there, yeah. We know... No, we don't know.
Feels like out of these, we just choose.
No, we don't just choose.
Well, there is... 3 can be... No, we don't. I forget that the black actually has to not make squares.
We can at least put one black tile on the very bottom right.
Yeah, that's too far away. Let's see
and
here.
It's also...
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Also there.
And also there. Yes. So that one must be white.
The 6, 7. So this one Oh,
That must be white. It must be part of an island.
this must be white.
And there is only one
This
island.
can't reach anyone.
Yes, it can reach the 7.
Oh, sorry, I'm miscalculating here. Right, okay. Which means it cannot have enough to go out here, so all of these would have to be black.
Yep.
But we don't know for sure that it goes to. Actually, we know it has to
we
go
also
here.
know that that has to be white. So now there is only one path.
Yeah, because it cannot deviate.
That's true.
And now.
Or we can surround the entire island by black stuff.
No, by blacks.
By blacks, yes. Surround those islands by blacks.
Right. So, if this one goes down, it would have to be like this, but that would mean we'd have a square. So it would have to go either forward or up. Because it can't go down and make... Even if it doesn't make a square, that would mean this one would have to go down. Actually, if it went down, this could still be like so. No, I just... So it would have to... It can't go down, right?
Uh-huh.
So these would have to cover that. No, we don't know that. It could be like so. No, actually it has to be because this makes a square.
It has to be like that, yeah.
And then
well, then that's a solution.
Done.
Got him. So we talked about ginger fruits. It's up to you now. Come up with something interesting that we can talk about for a very short amount of time.
Okay, well, if it's for a short amount of time, I think I'm not sure, but you might be okay with it. So, something regarding the government we're designing.
Nah, that's not for this.
For a short period of time, there would, I mean, it is automated, but there would still have to be people who enforce it.
Who would do what?
Who enforce it.
Yes, that's true. Those are the moderators.
But
that would mean taxes.
You would have to start. The first thing you do would be to vote people into power. Not power, but you know what I mean. Like.
No, didn't we have open what are they called? Hold on. Didn't we have open interviews for those? Open job placements for government positions, and the people who would decide who would get in and who would not would be the people with the most average profile politically.
Right, but how do you determine that on a Discord server?
Well, you get a bunch of people in, and then you do the taxes and such. Huh? And there you go. Yeah, there you have your matrix of data. Because there is a currency, there are taxes.
No, I mean, who gets to what qualifications do you have to?
Well, we don't know. Just basically the most average person on there, right?
Sorry, the average.
That's what we decided before. We might want to think about changing that into something else.
I'll load a new. Actually, I'd like to do a different puzzle.
What?
I'd like
different puzzle. Sure. Let's pick one. How about the bridges?
Bridges? Which one is the bridges?
The one with the bridges.
This one. I like this one.
As do I. Although, yeah, okay, that's better. Good.
Monthly. No, wait.
That's the huge one.
We've already done that, right? So, 15 hard? Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Where is my teacup guy?
Okay, so 3 would always need at least one for each.
There it is. That's a teacup.
5 would always need 3.
There's a 3 in the top right corner.
Okay, thanks. The 4 doesn't need 2. 1, no. The 6, no, actually it has 4, so cannot be determined just by that. Okay, the 1 can only be connected to that one.
That is accurate.
So that one is locked. This one can only be connected to that, so the second one would have to be there. Which means that one would have to go there. Yeah, this 2
Can only have a double breach to the right.
Yeah. Now this.
Well, the 4, right above the 4 that you are hovering over now, has only 2 places to go.
Yeah, no.
So those must be 2 double breaches.
Oh, you mean this one? Yeah.
Yes. That is exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. Right, and then. Oh, this 2 can only go down.
Lovely. I would love to see 2 go down. There is a 3 close to the top right that only has 2 connections that it can make. That one exactly. So those must have these.
And now we know that the 1 is 2. No, actually we don't, because that's the 3.
But we do know that if you move slightly upwards, look at the 4.
Yeah. Now this one, still don't know that for sure.
We do.
No, because
it must
this
go
one.
down.
Oh right, because it requires a connection. Yeah.
Yes.
Salome.
And also the 4 in the top right has a double bridge upwards.
Yeah, these need to be connected here. Actually, not that one for certain. No, actually, no. What am I doing?
No, that's right.
Is it?
Those 2, at least the 4 right now has to have a double bridge upwards and a double bridge downwards, because it can't get 4 in any other way.
And then this is done, which means this I have to get one for at least there.
And then that 2 can be, yeah.
Yeah, it has to be double there, so it can connect to either of these, which we don't know for sure yet. Don't think. This one needs 1 more, so we know the last one is there. Which means this, yeah, we know that one has. The 4, the 3.
The 3 in the middle top. If you look at middle top, like middle of the thing, and then at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. It has to have at least 1 bridge to the right. Because if it has one to the left, then it can then that one is locked. So then it'll have to have one to the right. And if it doesn't have one to the left, then it'll have to have one to the right. So it must have a bridge to the right.
Right. Yeah.
What next?
Don't know. Almost 5 minutes and just this one.
Slow. We are slow. Very slow. At least we've had a consistent amount of viewers this stream. That is not deniable.
What? No, we have none right now.
Yeah. Consistently.
Are your friends joining?
I don't know. They're all studying for their exams, as I
Okay.
should be too.
I think perhaps we should have some. I mean, the easiest would be a Discord server, because I tried to look up. You cannot send out messages to followers on your Twitch channel, and I think you need a certain amount of subscribers, which is strange, on YouTube to be able to have a community tab as opposed to the discussion tab.
Right.
To be able to message out, which is weird because
Yeah, that makes no sense.
like it's not like the
tab is
servers
good.
are going to be overwhelmed. People subscribe to your channel because they want to know. So regardless of how many subscribers, you'd still be able to message them. Not that it's
I don't
all that
really see
important.
what the next step is there, to be honest.
So this, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, I see something.
Okay.
Do I now? No, I do not. Forget about it. I thought I saw something.
This one. No.
What was that?
No. I forgot it had one upward.
Yeah, annoying. Oh, I do see something. No, I don't.
Oh, no.
I see. Yes, I do see something. Okay. Look at the two in the bottom left.
That's what I was looking
That's
at.
part of an island that is loose.
Yeah.
So there must be a connection to the rest. Okay. Now, if you look at the three in the top right of that island, if it connects to the right,
it is connected. Yeah.
Then that three gets locked, so it still doesn't have a
So
connection
it
to
would
the
have to
rest.
be here, right?
So the two must have that connection. Yes. And now that looks at the two.
Which means so. And so. And so.
Don't forget to cross off the three in the top left. Yeah.
And then this one, we still don't know. It has to be connected to one of them.
No, it has to at least have one connection upwards.
Yeah, because otherwise this one is an island.
Well, it has to have one upwards at least. Because if it has one to the right, then the four gets locked out. So then it would have to have...
you could do that and that.
No, but then the three has only two connections.
Yeah, real.
So it has to have one upwards.
One upwards.
Which means that the two gets locked out.
And then this
Which
one...
means that the three needs to be connected to the four. And now that's the solution.
Bada bing, bada boom. 8.5 minutes.
Slow.
I feel stupid right now. No, not that much. How about we switch to this game? Prepare for white. And then night.
A Benaria.
Light. I like Benaria. How about 14 by 14 hard?
Maybe it would be more fun to do this competitively, like having your thing on the left and my thing on the right, or the other way around, and then
we could sort that out another time.
We could, yeah.
Right. So, okay. So you left click for white. Swings those, swing and those, and those, that one, that.
So, have you thought about this? Potatoes. They are also part of the underground part of a plant.
Yeah.
Potatoes
they are
also
fruits. They're root fruits.
They're not fruits, no.
Yeah, they are.
No, they are not. Potatoes are not fruits.
Is that just a weird Swedish name? It's called a root fruit.
Okay.
English, what is it called? Root veg. See, here they're called vegetables, but the thing is, vegetables, it's deceptive because tomatoes are vegetables, but scientifically...
Tomatoes are fruits.
Scientifically, yeah, but colloquially, it's
Like if you look at it in like a culinary sense, then a fruit is something that grows on a plant that you eat on its own.
yeah. So
And a
scientifically,
vegetable, and a vegetable is something
like
that you eat along with something. So that is, in the case of like culinarily speaking, tomatoes would be vegetables, but scientifically they would be fruits.
yeah.
But
So
but
I'm
potatoes
wondering.
are not fruits scientifically speaking.
No, I'm saying confused here because it's called root fruits in Swedish, but here they're called root vegetables. So I don't know if they mean scientifically.
They are not fruits
I'm gonna see.
because they don't grow on the stem of a plant.
They are the stem of the plant.
And they don't contain seeds, so that also means that they are fruit.
Okay, cool. Wait, they are the seed, sort of, right?
No, I kind of no, they are not. No, not
Well,
at
you
all.
put down a potato and it.
Yeah, but that's not the way potatoes multiply. That's what I'm getting at here.
What?
So that's the way potatoes multiply.
If you
Actually,
put
potatoes
down a
have.
potato into earth, it grows a potato plant.
I know, but potatoes don't just make other potatoes that walk off and bury themselves into the ground.
No?
No.
Then why does it even work?
That's what I was going to get at.
Do they
Like
have two
gingers,
methods?
potato plants also have fruits. There are potato fruits.
Yeah, but do they have two methods of reproducing?
No.
Well, they do, if they have the seeds and then also a potato can just be put down.
Humans reproduce them using the potatoes, but the potatoes in the wild do it using the fruits.
Yeah, but technically they still have that way because if a potato so happens to end up in the earth, it
Yes,
will
but if
grow.
you cut a twig off of a tree and you put it in the water, it'll grow too.
But it won't grow to an entire tree.
Some species of trees, yes, they would.
Really?
Yes, really.
Well, I've learned
Such
something new
as,
then.
wait a second, I'll translate. It's a kind of willow I know of, a specific kind of willow. To English, it's a pollard willow. Pollard willows. If you cut a pole out of their wood, right, to turn into a fence, and you plant that, it'll turn into a whole tree. And that's why in places like the Netherlands, you have huge swaths of land surrounded by fences where the poles are literally trees with like planks coming out of them.
Okay.
Pollard willow.
Interesting.
Anyway, so there is such a thing as a potato fruit. And the potato fruits, like, do you know what family potato plants are in?
No.
Nightshades.
Nightshades?
Yes.
Does
And the nightshade plants, you know some other plants that are in the nightshade family, right?
No.
Right. That's depressing.
Solanaceae. Okay. These?
Yes.
These are in the same group as potatoes.
Eggplants, tomatoes, etc. They are in the same group as potatoes, yeah, in the same family.
They're closely related.
They are very closely related, yes.
But they look so different.
And potato fruits also just look like tiny green tomatoes.
Social
But they are poisonous. Like basically deadly in terms of how poisonous they are.
Which?
Potato fruits.
Okay.
Funny though, nightshades actually are a family. I don't know. I didn't hear it.
I said they're closely related, but they look so different. Social commentary.
Right. Funny. Anyway, nightshades is basically a family of poisonous plants, even though we eat their fruits. Like the stem and such of tomato plants.
That's where I've heard the name before in regards to plants. Poisonous. Oh look, they're They're. Oh no, I thought it said Anglo. That is not what it said.
It says angiosperms.
No, Angio. It's an I.
Angio, right?
Which was a disappointment to me because that was like I was gonna make a joke.
Angiosperms would be English seeds.
Yeah. Where is the next?
There, I know where you can place a white disc. In this row, if you move your mouse to the left.
Oh, there.
There, yes.
Um.
And then you can surround those two by black discs.
Oh yeah, I missed that. And then we have that one. And that one. That one. That one. That one. That one.
Tea. It's good for you.
Why did you think it didn't suit my character to the here's the motherfucking tea thing?
You are not so in terms of memeness, I suppose you are mildly into memes, which is typically not enough for you to make such references to memes in our conversations. But in terms of like the actual content of what she's saying, you do not appear to me as a tea person.
Well, I don't
If I
drink it on
spill
regular
personal
when I'm at
to you,
home. But I drink
then you
tea.
just go, okay, which is fine.
Hmm?
But you don't seem to be very involved in tea related activities, except for this podcast, obviously.
I drank many cups of tea each day when I was in school.
Yes, but that's not the kind of tea that she meant.
Oh, you mean right.
Jeez, did you really not pick up on that?
No.
Have you just now discovered the meaning of the word tea?
No, you've just said it before, but I thought she meant it I thought you meant it in the sense of the drink.
Yes, no, I did not. No.
Okay.
I was interchanging the meanings to make like a play on word.
Mm-hmm. You're playing with my mind.
You are very good at drinking stuff.
Yeah. Every time I drink something, I cough. But that's not true. Where's the next thing?
Oh yeah, I know something. Look at the very left column. How many white discs does it contain?
You're doing one of those. 5, 6. There's 6.
6, yes.
4.
So if there is one other white disc in there, then you know that the rest must be black. So
what?
That white.
No?
Yes.
There's 6 white, and we need 2 more.
It's 14 by 14, right?
All right. Yeah. Sorry.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. Okay. So if you put the white disc and in one of the top left empty spaces, then the bottom is going to be black. But you see that does not work because then you would have 3 blacks in a row, and 3 blacks in a row are very dangerous to our society.
Right. So we know that these must be black.
Yes.
But we don't know which is which here, so we're gonna have to wait. Here's
the thing about blacks, like 3 blacks next to each other, by the way, that was a joke. I don't mind black people sitting next to each other.
Okay. Another joke.
Also, although I don't encourage it, if black people want to sit to other colored people, I'm only making this worse.
Perhaps. I had the most awful experience.
I have another piece of logic.
2 days ago, and 2 days ago and back. So I think it stopped like 2 days ago.
Hold on, I'm going to interrupt you quickly before I forget this. If you look at the 8th row, there are 6 white discs in there. If you put a white disc all the way to the right, there will be 3 black discs.
3, 1, 2. No,
No,
6.
8 from the bottom. I'm counting in a game way. That's from the bottom left.
You are counting in a gay way.
Like, you are counting from the top left because don't make fun of my sexuality. You are counting from the top left because you are used to coding and screens are drawn from the top left. But like mathematics, like graphs are always from the bottom left.
I know. Also, yeah, because we also have the ground and up into the air to infinity. So
You should be doing context switching. Anyway, if you put a white disc all the way to the right, then there will be 3 black discs.
If I put
A white disc all the way to the right, then the other 2 empty spaces must be black, so that would be 3 black discs in a row.
So remember, this one would have to be black, and
yes.
one of them would have to be white, but we don't know which.
Yes.
Okay, so what I was saying, I had the most awful experience up until 2 days ago, or so 2 days ago. I'm not sure when. It might have been 3 or so. And you're gonna agree that. Well, you're gonna think that regardless if you get it stuck in your head, the thing you're gonna think is awful just innately. I had a song on repeat in my head over and over, day in and day out for days, like a whole week, I think, and it was French.
That must have been torturous.
It was like no, I was very like I went through entire days trying to think of something else, but it was just on repeat. Oh.
You have my empathy. If you look at the second column from the right, you'll see.
Oh, right.
You'll see that there are to the right of it and to the left of it 2 white discs on the same row.
Yeah.
So you can fill the middle and another time. Slightly down there. Slightly down. 3 squares down. Yeah. You know what? I would like to rant on French when we actually have view. Oh, we have a viewer.
Hello there.
Someone has joined. Okay. Now, this is then the moment that I will rip all of the fattest vapes on French. Okay. So, why is French terrible? First of all, and most importantly, it is spoken by the French. Okay? Now, the French. What is wrong with the French? Obviously, I could, name a lot of. Oh, the viewer is gone. I can't do this rant if there is no one to listen to it.
Okay.
We'll have to wait.
Get a friend on. Get a friend on. Tell them, hey, I want to rant. Go on the stream.
I don't want to rant. It's fine. I'm happy not ranting. So, have you anything interesting to talk about? We've talked about potato fruits. I would like to try one, but I don't want to get poisoned, so, too bad. The France thing is over already. It's...
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna try this VR experience out with 4-dimensional...
VR experience. Go to the VR experience. We have a VR experience. Our wellness center features a VR experience. I was going to try the VR experience. I don't know why this VR experience is having this influence on me, but when I hear VR experience, I hear a lot of context.
Okay. You mean that...
Come to Dubai, we have the VR experience.
I mean, it's just like me calling it video games consoles. I just picked up on the VR experience. It's a program where you can... I mean, actually, the only thing it has, which I think...
Our VR experience is a program designed to make you feel and look your best.
A hypercube, a 4-dimensional cube, and you can move it. You can rotate it by like clicking and dragging. You can see.
Can you throw it out of the dimension?
No. What?
That's... Like theoretically speaking, if you have a hypercube where the fourth dimension is a spatial dimension, then you could pick up the cube and you could throw it like a 3D cube, and you could throw it into the fourth dimension, never to be seen again.
I like to make that sort of thing.
Like if you are in a 3D space, right, and you have a cube sitting there, but there is a fourth dimension to interact with. If you could give it momentum into this fourth dimension,
Yeah.
then what you would see is this cube would shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink, and then it would disappear. It's
What?
like
What if
imagine that you.
if it comes back, you'll know it has bounced off a wall or something.
Yes, okay, but imagine that it doesn't come back, right? Like if, for example, if you're in a second dimension, and there is a sphere, you would only be seeing a line, which would be like a slice of the sphere. So
sorry. Can I just explain?
And if you then kicked it upwards, the line would shrink and vanish. Yes.
Can I just explain a funny picture I've painted myself, which is if you can cause momentum into a dimension which we cannot experience, it's like then we can leave trash there, for example. But then, but it's because we cannot access or we are not aware of the dimension.
I'm going to interrupt you. Hello, line Diane. Very nice to see you, Diane. I don't know.
Oh, hello.
Okay, go
on. So I'm just imagining beings who can see that fourth dimension. Now imagine two-dimensional beings being in our 3D space, and they're in a room, and they're just like throwing trash into the rest of the room. Just filling up that, not being able to see, just like out of view.
They wouldn't be throwing trash into the room because it wouldn't be coming from nothing. Those 3D objects would already be there, just lying around, and they would just be moving them.
No, I'm saying two-dimensional objects.
Oh right, yeah.
So it would just be filled with 2D sprites in a room. So it's like, why are you throwing them about? A
waterfall of circles.
Yeah.
Although I have trouble imagining what an organism would look like in 2 dimensions.
I don't think a two-dimensional object can exist and be purely two-dimensional in a three-dimensional space, or a three-dimensional object in 4-dimensional space. If it can move there, it has some property there.
That's true.
So I don't think we can have a flat circle in our universe, except the Earth, of course.
Yeah, but that raises the question, right? If it's true that we have a fourth spatial dimension, as according to string theory.
Mm-hmm. That would mean we have each object.
Then why don't we see objects appearing and disappearing randomly? That would either mean that this is the only dimension, like the third and below, where things have momentum, or it would mean that is what it would mean, which would be ridiculous. How could things not have momentum?
I mean, it could be that it works differently, just like our time dimension.
But why would the 2-dimensional case and the 1-dimensional case not generalize to the 3rd and 4th dimensional case?
Because that's just the way it is in our universe. The only thing...
But that makes no sense, because dimensions are a mathematical concept.
Yes.
We define them to generalize.
Yeah, so and what a dimension is...
If it does not work that way...
What a dimension is you can give each coordinate a value.
Yes.
Now, you've heard of the holographic universe theory, or whatever it's called, right?
Uh-huh.
So the idea is that we might just be living in a two-dimensional where each just has different, like, it's in different depth also, where it's two-dimensional, but they have different layers, sort of. Not layers necessarily, but depth, where they have different properties. And and that could give the illusion of a third dimension, but that is what a third dimension is. So I'm thinking that they would it would sort of be the same way with a 4th dimension. It's just this property is different along this.
But I also have trouble with that idea, because if we are in a holographic universe, like on the boundary of a black hole or something, right? Then if something else falls into the black hole, if something else falls into the black hole,
it should appear
they
out of
would
nowhere.
expect to have something like appearing in the sky somewhere. but we don't see stuff appearing in the sky all the time. So
we have dark matter, which we haven't just. I mean, that's basically a just catch-all. We have dark
that's
matter.
just like saying, oh yeah, well, but, you know, we just happen to
It's
be
basically
like, black hole
like
just...
turning your skin outside in, screaming, and I don't know, setting your poop on fire. It's not productive.
No, that's very productive. It's de-stressing, you know? Imagine like you've been on a vacation and it's got you very stressed. Then you can just go screaming and setting your poop on fire and you'll be like, oh,
and
that was the
turn your
experience I
skin
was looking
out.
for.
Turn your skin outside in, inside out. I mean, where's
That's
next?
the same. Outside in and inside out is not different.
It's not okay.
If you're in, if the inside of your skin is on the outside, then the outside is on the inside.
But
Okay.
I thought it was more of a description, and you start with the outside, so you would have to say inside out. How you?
Oh, I just
doing?
imagined peeling part of the skin of my arm off and having it like peeled off of my fingers with a snap, like from my fingertips, and just seeing all of the muscle underneath. Why did you plant this vision in my brain? Why are you so immoral?
Says you actually planting the image explicitly into the viewer's brains.
I must get myself some tea to recover.
Okay. I'm out of tea. I need to pour myself some more tea, so...
Anyway, let's get back to the puzzle. To our dear viewers, do you know how this puzzle is? Like, what the rules are to it, how to solve it? It seems that the answer is absent. Let's write that down.
Wish you could tell... No, that's not what it was. Wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. Okay, how do we do this? I don't see any other. Here. Oh no, we have this line. We have 6.
Max, someone
7.
just mentioned you.
Oh, hold on. Hey! Meta Axel, hold on. Let me try to remember. Are you from the... Which server was it?
Oh, this is painful. Hey, Maxie, I am someone that you know, and I know you as well. We have a very deep relationship, and you just go, oh, who are you? Like, what server are you from?
Well,
you are one of, like, the 10 million people that I know, right?
No, it's just that I think, yeah, it's just that, yeah, hello. Yeah, are you from the, La Table des Chevaliers server?
Wait, did I just hear French?
No.
Oh my god, that sounded like French. To all of the people watching, and there are not many, I guarantee you that if you speak French, you will be traveling to hell very soon. That's not a threat. You know, it's a description of reality. Even though I don't believe in God or heaven or hell, if you speak French, you are going to the latter of those places. Hell. Why? It's French. No, don't. I was forced to learn some French in high school, and it destroyed my soul. I've been slowly rebuilding it, mostly using tea. No, stop. No.
On vient foutre le bordel sur votre livre. Je sais que vous allez rien comprendre, mais c'est pas grave.
Why are you doing this to me?
You need more tea to de-stress.
Yeah, but Line Diane, are you French in name only, or are you also French in soul? Because the latter is inexcusable. My French teacher was a very nice woman. I really liked her. Still do. Which is depressing because that's just inconsistent with my view of the world. I'm like a Brit, you know, there is this eternal rivalry between France and Britain. French people are kind. Some French people are kind, but they aren't French people. They are just people who have happened to be tortured with the label of French. Okay, nobody chooses to become French. When you are born,
Oh, so wait. Line Diane, you're. Oh, right. Yes. Uh, this is. Hello. These are my friends. I now find out.
yeah.
On the Discord
Okay.
server.
So, shall we actually like provide them with content?
Sure.
Dwarkas could no. Please stop. No. I'm LYU. I am love your urethra. That is
Sorry, what?
what I'm reading there. I am love your urethra. TT Axel. Hello, TT Axel. How are you doing? Are you TT Axel? TT Axel. I cannot sing. TT Axel. TT Axel.
What do you mean? Why am I breaking your heart? What's
Because
going on?
you aren't recognizing their existence.
Sorry, it's because I only have one monitor. And I
You are also breaking my heart. Do you know what I'm doing? Do you know what you're doing? You're just typing along. You are leaving me with these French beings, okay, whilst not providing anything to the stream. You're breaking everyone's heart. I'm not. This is not the right behavior. You are partaking in immoral activities.
Why are you saying that on the server as well? I'm not. Why am I breaking? What? Anyway, I'll just ignore the Discord server. Woo!
Yeah, Max, why are you insulting Line Diane?
What? When was I?
She says,
No,
stop
you're
insulting
insulting French people!
I'm not. No, I'm not insulting French people. I'm just stating facts about their being.
What song?
I was singing about Titi Axel. Oui, je suis Titi Axel. Titi Axel. I don't know. It has some sort of Eastern European vibe to it, especially with me singing because I can't sing, so I sound like I'm drunk, which is also, Eastern European.
Shall we continue with the puzzle hurdle? I cannot see a way to continue this.
Well, let's do
this
the puzzling.
line. Let's look at this line. No, let's look at this one. This is 5. It has 6. So it needs 1. I'm miscalculating. 6. So it needs 1 black and 1 white. And that's not definite
That's
either.
accurate.
Which is which? How about this then? 2, then 6 black, 5 white. If both, wait, so I need 2 white. Both whites can't be here. So black will have to be here, which means the white will have to be here.
Enough guitar. Let's actually do talking. So, Line Diane and Titi Axel. Oui, le Titi Axel. Oh no, I'm regressing into Frenchness.
Drink tea.
No. Yes, I'm drinking tea.
Breath.
I'm drinking tea.
your Britishness.
Tea drinking is happening.
Regain your inner British.
Oh, there, me old chum. Okay, so yes, we were talking about fruits. Yeah, I know that sounds boring, but it's not boring. Have you considered? Okay, Metaxel, I'll get to this. Have you considered ginger? Yes, you've considered ginger. You know about ginger. Ginger can go in your tea. Ginger can go in your nose. Ginger can go in people without souls. Ginger, right? Now here's the thing.
In case you don't know what ginger is.
That's ginger. Okay? People like ginger. I like ginger. I just made some alcohol with ginger and it does not taste very good, but it was a fun project. Anyway. And these are the people who have no... They're like French people, except less bad. Okay, so... so, here's the thing. Ginger is actually the root of a plant, right? So you have this plant growing in the earth, and below the plant, the ginger is growing. However, if you look above the ground, there is a plant. How do plants multiply? Well, they use seeds. Wherein are the seeds? The seeds are in the fruit. There exists such a thing as a ginger fruit, okay? You know, I'm saying that gingers have no soul, but it's mostly a joke. I quite like the look of ginger hair. Hey, that guy looks like me. Also, you know, a cruise ship could fit in between his eyes.
Who looks like you?
One of these people.
Wanna point them out?
The real life Asian ginger, I thought there was like an ocean in between his eyes. Anyway, the point is, there is.
No.
See, you know, my face looks just like that.
Like this. You're this guy.
No, but there is only one eye worth of space in between his eyes.
Yeah, but even on this
No,
one,
that's
if
fine.
you look, I think the head just looks big, but it's not.
This is
big.
annoying. Blind Diane and Metaxo, I'm trying to explain something essential to understanding life to you, and what is Max doing? Just showing you pictures of people with orange hair.
No,
We don't want to look at the carrot people, okay? They are here to take over the world. No, we want to look at ginger fruit. Look it up. Ginger fruit.
Uh-huh. Oh.
What is wrong with you?
Yes.
Nobody wants to see this.
Yes, it's ginger related, and
Nobody.
It's Benedict Cumberbatch. Who doesn't want to see Benedict Cumberbatch?
Do you expect that these people will stay your friends much longer if you keep showing them pictures of demons? No.
It's Benedict Cumberbatch. How dare you call him a demon?
Hey, that's the actor in Billions. Like Bobby Axelrod.
Huh? Bob? Where?
Whatever. Let's just show them ginger fruit. Okay, they are going to be shocked.
Okay.
Ginger fruit. Here we go. Okay.
Okay.
You don't understand. Well, I'll make you understand. Don't worry. Wait a second, Max.
Yeah.
Could you draw a diagram of a ginger plant? So like.
Sorry. Just let me. I'm trying to search for ginger fruit.
What? Stop! Stop! No! Why are you like this? They are not enjoying this. I am not enjoying this at least. Stop.
Ginger Groove.
Ginger grumpy cat.
Look, he's ginger! But he has no hair.
Stop! Please stop. We were having a good time. And now
this is ginger fruit. No, that's not ginger fruit. Does it have a different name? Because it doesn't show up.
Ginger fruit. Look up ginger fruit Madagascar.
Okay. I think I'm having a stroke again.
What's going on?
These ones I showed before. Perhaps these.
Finally. These fruits are ginger fruits. They grow on the ginger plant. Have you ever thought about that? Ginger plants have fruits and they have a taste and they are edible. People eat them. People sell them.
Mm-hmm. They think you hate them.
I don't hate them. No. I hate French people, not them.
Okay.
Like the thing is, I principally hate French people, but every French person I've met so far was an exception.
So you're gonna have a rule to all. So as soon as you meet someone who fits the rule, it affirms it, and whenever you meet someone who doesn't, it's an exception.
Yeah, that's true.
It's sort of
Like,
when the exception becomes the rule. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met a French person who I didn't like. But French people in general, no, I can't like them.
Oh my god, they're continuing to talk to each other in French.
I know.
Il parle
Okay,
de
let's put it this
gingembre.
way. I know. I went to Lille once in France, I mean,
Okay.
and I met a French person there who I didn't like. So there exist people in France that I don't like.
I want peanut butter now.
What is wrong with you?
Yum.
Il des gens qui nous
I
aiment pas.
want peanut butter.
Don't worry, j'aime toi, etc. I mean, j'aime toi, yeah, oui, that's what I said.
Qui nous aime pas? No, we didn't say that. No, wait, I'm misreading. Ils disent qui nous aime pas. Yeah, I think I'm misunderstanding this. Google Translate. Oui, je t'aime bien. Nah. Friend zone.
Okay, well, thank you, Landean. Why not j'aime toi, though?
Because that means I love you.
Right, and the difference.
Oh, you mean as opposed to je
Yeah.
t'aime? I don't know. Because you know why French is inconsistent. That's why you dislike it.
That's what I mean. That's why I don't like French. J'aime toi sounds fine to me.
The thing is, I think it means more of like, I like you, as opposed to anyone else. They say who does not. I don't know. What does pige mean or piggy? Je piggy partout. Don't say je t'aime toi, but say je t'aime. Non. Mais je ne t'aime pas.
Gymnopédie.
Huh?
This is called Gymnopédie number 1, I think.
Hamana.
Gymnopédie. By Eric Satie. Okay, enough of that. I love this song, Satie. I play the piano. That's lovely. Yeah, I haven't mastered it on the guitar yet, but I can play it, like, kinda, okay?
Oh, I just realized I should have it on the one where I'm sending it to, unless it's like a global message, because otherwise this just looks out of context.
The peanut butter does look out of context.
Not the...
Shouldn't we?
I want peanut butter.
Shouldn't we get back to the puzzle solving, maybe?
I have a puzzle for
How about
you.
this?
How do we get?
We could play a game of chess against our viewers.
5 minutes. What do you say?
We could play a game of chess against our viewers if they want to.
Okay, we could try.
Would they want to?
Would you like that? Would you like to play chess?
This is the most ridiculous idea we've had so far. That's why it's going to work.
Hello, Delector.
Thank you very much for the encouraging message, Delector.
The heart, very lovely.
Yes, this is one of my friends.
Ah, Who? Do I know them?
I think you may have talked to them once. They're called Daniela.
Yeah,
I've mentioned them to you,
Hello,
obviously.
Daniela. Yeah, I know who they are. Friends. Right, we didn't get a response. Would the chat like to play chess with us?
It seems dubious. We could just continue this. Well, you heard it from them.
Perhaps another puzzle. Puzzle. I
Yeah.
would like
How about
to work on.
How about the one in the top left with a less than and greater than signs? That's something that everyone can understand.
Okay.
Oh, that one is fun. Yeah, let's do that. That's nice.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, so we should do the nonograms.
Okay, sure. Why not?
20 by 20 or bigger. What do you think? Oh, this needs to be smaller.
This is good. Yeah. So, Daniela, because Max happens to be very boring and, uninspired, I'm going to go on about fruits. Have you ever considered the fact that potatoes grow on plants? Yes, potatoes are part of the plant. And like ginger, potatoes grow underground. Even though plants need sunlight to survive. So that means, you can logically deduce from that part of a potato plant must be above ground. Now, plants that have parts that are above ground, how do they multiply? Right? They use seeds. You could do solving while I'm, giving this speech.
I thought we were
Right.
going to explain the rules so they actually know what we're doing.
Oh yeah, sure.
Not potato fruit. Potato seed,
Potato fruit,
maybe?
yeah. So this is the thing. Potatoes have seeds and they are not in potato. So
Oh,
they
look,
are in
look
potatoes.
how
So they are in
cute.
fruits. This is what a potato fruit looks like. Potatoes have fruits.
Are they tasty? Look at.
No, they are poisonous.
I like
If
to
you
have
eat
one
them,
of
you
them.
might die.
Can I have
But
one?
they look kind of like tomatoes.
I don't care, it looks delicious. Is this a potato fruit?
Yes, these are potato fruits. That's not a potato fruit, though.
You said yes when I had that up.
I have the thing is delayed for me. Okay, I'm looking at the stream here.
Why? I'm showing screen.
I know. No, Daniela, leave your chemistry for me, please. We must increase our chemistry. Thank you. I'll be having a lot of fun.
Oh shit! I've missed a lot of talk here.
Okay. Yes, I know, right? Crazy.
Don't leave.
There are potato fruits.
Don't leave us.
No, she's leaving us.
Okay. Well, good luck.
More
with
importantly,
chemistry.
she's leaving me. Painful.
Well, also leaving me.
Yeah, but okay, whatever. Let's get back to the puzzle.
Yeah. So, how do I consume one of these potato fruits without dying?
By eating them and then regurgitating them without.
I know I could contain them in like a plastic container, and I think you know what I.
The whole point of eating them then kind of, gets lost then, doesn't it?
No, because it's just you just want to have something so beautiful in your stomach. That sounded so gross.
No. Landian, I do not like you. Let me be clear about this. My like goes towards you. Alright? By association. Max is here, a comrade of mine. You are here, a comrade of Max. A friend of my friend is my friend. I don't know, Linean. I don't know if she's being serious. It seems like she's not.
I don't know either. I think it's it seems hyperbolic.
You are more qualified.
I know, but am I really qualified enough? because they actually wrote to me that you don't like them. So.
But it's all a big joke. That should be clear.
I know.
I'm not a obviously I am a chauvinist. I believe that there are people who are better than others, and those people happen to be the best people. But I'm not an anti-French chauvinist. I'm an anti-French French comedic chauvinist.
Hold on. Definition. Person displaying aggressive or exaggerated patriotism. Which country are you showing patriotism for?
Now I'm showing patriotism for a group of people.
But it's... Can you do what?
Chauvinism is also used just for group. Like, you can be a male chauvinist.
Patriotism.
Those two hearts, added onto the one that I already received, made my day. My heart just jumped out of my chest.
Devotion to and vigorous support for one's country. Okay, it's a joke. Hearts to you too. I don't... For some reason it won't copy it. I'm trying to send it back. Can I? It doesn't have the emoji thing here. Nyar. Can I? Oh, it actually just won't copy it. That's disappointing. Well, your hearts are well received, and
a great replacement for my heart, which just jumped out of my chest at the sight of these beautiful.
Are you perhaps a Time Lord if you have two hearts to share? Let's return to the puzzle.
Puzzle that's unsolved.
Yeah, that's 5 minutes. Been fun. I'm gonna new. Okay, so shall we explain the rules?
Yes, we shall. No. There is all my server here.
Huh?
Adorable.
What does that mean?
It means that the people.
Oh, right. Everyone from the server is here. Yeah, hello. Yes. Hi, Stalker Diddy. Right, so the way the game works is in each column and row, a specific pattern has to be applied. So for example, 511 means that you have to have, it doesn't specify where, but you have to have 5 in a row, then some plays 1 and then some plays 1. But they cannot be immediately beside each other because, then the 5 is a 6, so there has to be 1 space. So there are some guidelines you can use to figure out where to put them. For example, there is one where you could... Let's find a big one. So we have a 4, and then we have a 10. So if I draw a 10 here, and then a 10 the closest it can be, which is here, I can figure out that wherever it is, it has to be on these 5. So I know those.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you for the compliment, Metaxel. I've only been playing for a very short time. I know the reason that I can play guitar at all is really I started. How long ago did I start playing the guitar now, Max?
I don't know, a few months, weeks? Not months.
Like about 1.5 months.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I've only been playing for like 6 weeks, but I've been playing every day pretty much. And that's why my chord switching is moderately confident. So the fun thing about these puzzles is that sometimes if you solve them, they'll actually have a cool image but this is these are all automatically generated. So depressingly, there is no cool image. The only cool image is the image of our minds. Yeah, man, it's like seriously, man.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
I have one for you. Actually,
Max,
yes.
there is a row which has 15 and 4, so you can fill in that one immediately because it's 20 by 20.
15 and 4, 15 and 4.
It's the sixth column from the right.
So it would, since you're saying that, I presume it's that. Okay. Right, this one I have a 10, so we know that this one has to be connected. Which we now know that actually we don't know. No, we're not getting any insight. Right, so there. So 5 plus that has to be that, okay. 14, 3, that's those 5 up to, I'm just gonna draw it there. Plus 4, which is there, and then we have the 3 at the bottom. And that can at most be down there. So that was for the 14 one. Also this one. 10 goes through there. Oh right, this one is solved. Oh, can't be there.
All of this French in the chat, I'm really having trouble not, imploding.
Yeah, okay.
J'adore cette musique. Damn it, I understand it. No.
I have an idea for something for the background image for this. So what we could have, in your honor, I guess.
Yes.
Is we could have you land on the moon, you stick a flag in. So we would have a French flag, but then you know when you I guess in movies where someone throws a dart. I mean, no, shoots an arrow, but then like Robin Hood, you shoot an arrow at the same position and it is cleaved. You do that with the French flag. And just put
That's
like
a brilliant idea.
You're not discriminated against.
Yes, I am.
Not you. I was saying it's a metaxel. Did I forget to... Did I actually have a reason to put these here? Or did I do that in it? I don't know. I'll redo it then. 4, and then 9. So just those 3. No, actually, no, yeah. Oh, fuck.
What are you doing? What am I listening to?
These 3.
What am I hearing?
4, 4, 9. What?
It's not on the. It's not on the screen. On the stream.
Oh,
You're doing a lot of stuff, but nobody's seeing it.
Back on.
I'm glad to have notified you.
Okay, yeah, I'll go look on Discord. What is it then? Yeah, I don't know what determines the colors.
Oh damn! I forgot how to play this song. That's depressing.
It's random, maybe. Oh right, no, on Twitch you can, in the settings, you can choose, like in the bottom left of your chat settings, there should be like a, so you could choose the color. Oh, you're leaving. Well, be sweat see.
I forgot how to play it. That's depressing. Hey there, Delilah. I don't know that song.
Have you heard it before?
Delilah.
Hey there,
No, I have not heard
what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty, yes you do.
I have never heard it.
Really? It was quite popular in the early 2000s.
Never heard it.
So popular that people started shrieking every time they heard it.
F sharp major, that's
so
a difficult chord to play.
What did this one?
Oh, mine, I mean. So that looks like this.
But I'm not mentioned. What? What? I think it said it was mentioned, but I don't see any mention. Weird. Okay, let's continue then.
C minor. You know, if I knew the song, maybe I would actually be able to play it. I can just play the chords.
Yeah, what is it, Liam?
I don't know the song. Why do I really don't know any popular songs. Farewell, Rashu Patatu 02. Well, that's a lot of oohs. Ooh la la, I can say. That sounded quite fringy. Maybe there is another song that I can play that actually does sound somewhat okay. Yeah, how do I play that again? No, I forgot. That's really depressing. Wow, I'm sorry, I don't... Huh.
Oh, look at that! We have a handful of people here. We really do have... Have we had 7 people here all along? 7 people?
Yeah, we did.
Oh. Well, hello, Rashu Patatu. Right, I'm gonna focus on the puzzle a bit. Oh no, you're stuttering with your guitar. I can't focus on doing this big one.
What did you say?
Let's go for a smaller one.
Let's go for a smash.
Let's go for this one.
But why for a smaller one? You are just aiming, like, You know, the thing is, shoot for the stars and at least you'll land in deep space and freeze to death.
Sure, okay, let's continue. But it was just that we weren't getting much done here, so.
Yeah, but that's your fault. Let's see if I can help out. So there is this column which only has 9. You can already feel quite a bit in there. Lanyan, will you leave, really? Oh.
What?
Also, sorry, boys, that's really assumptive. I actually identify as a toaster. Thank you. That's nice to hear. We barely know each other, but, you know, it's okay to tread this territory so soon. See ya.
See ya.
If you look at row 12, that's just 9.
J'espère que vous restez.
Row 12.
The rest
Okay.
of you. Row 12.
Row 12 contains a single group of 9
Is
black
it from the
squares.
top left this time?
No, I'm just counting like literally every sane person on the planet ever would.
No, because here you actually have a corner, which it.
Yeah, but that would then just be inconsistent.
No,
I'm doing
it would
it
be
differently.
consistent with this.
I'm doing it differently. I'm doing it from the bottom left in all grid-based games. So why I would change it for just this one?
Because then these should be written at the bottom. 12, 12 to there, 9. Yeah.
Anyway, the 12th row from the bottom then contains a single 9, so you can already fill in quite a bit there.
I have. You can look on my screen sharing instead of the stream.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
8 as well. 3 there, 3 there. There's a 9, so there.
Oh, you can. This one says 2, 2, 3. The row 10.
Row 10.
So you can already put an extra black square on the right. Not all the way on the right. Then 2 to get that.
3, 4, 3. So this can be either there, but we don't actually know that. But we do know that if the 4 is at most.
Oh, we can also fill in. If you look at 12, 4, that would be the 18th column.
Oh, I thought you meant coordinates. But actually, yeah, no. How many are here? 7. At most 2. These are out of bounds. Sorry, which
So
one?
if you look at column 18, that one says 12, 4. If you extend 12...
18... 12, 4, yeah?
Yeah, so that means that the one missing gap there must be black too, because if you extend 12 all the way from the top, then you'll see that it covers that square.
Yeah, but it could be lower down as well.
Yeah, but then it would still cover that square.
Right, yeah. Oh, no.
So the lowest down it could be...
So it would have to be start here, because it can't start here, because then it's 13.
It would have to start, there or below. So you can't say that that one is definitely black.
Oh, right, yeah, you're right.
But you can use the trick of covering the extremes with a 4. If you draw 4 at the bottom and then think of the extremes of 12, then the overlap,
oh, whoops,
you can fill that in.
4 and 4, those two.
No, but you can do the same thing with the 12. If you overlap the 12s.
Yeah, so if I start from the lowest I can be, which is here,
then
we have 5, 5, 2. That's all we can deduce there.
Yeah.
Okay, the 3, 11, so 3, how many are here? 10, so 1 on each, so 3, there. And the bottom was a 2. Yeah, cannot.
So have you anything interesting to talk about? Something that's not fruit.
And not our project.
Yes.
Yeah, we've dropped now. They just...
I know.
Right. I'm gonna send this.
What are you doing? If they want to leave, let them. Why are you so evil? Sending complaining messages to their Discord server. You are immoral.
What?
This is evil. This is a satanic act.
I sent a GIF.
Why? Why are you like this?
It's not a satanic act.
It's not a satanic act. It is.
I don't know what to talk about. Let's see. I think we do better
You
when
are
we
so
have something to
inspired,
do
original,
rather
and
than...
creative in your thinking.
What do you say?
You are so inspired, creative, and original in your thinking. Especially inspired and original.
Oh, how moral you are, complaining about my current abilities.
Oh, look at that. If you look at column 17, it says 513. And we have a group of 5 already there, so we can put X's around that.
And
Then also
also
right
here.
below there. Is that 11 then? Well, yeah. If you want, you can color in the 5 and 3 that we just finished, and the 1.
5, 1.
And then also the 3 on the 9th column. Sorry, 9th row. And the 2 on the 9th row.
Oh, so you meant 9th from the top now?
No?
Oh wait, I can't...
9th from the bottom.
No, from this one. There's not a 9 there.
No, 9th from the bottom. We can make the 2 and the 3 orange there.
Wait, what? Sorry, what? I was... Yeah, this one is the 9th.
I'm counting wrong. It's the 10th, sorry.
This one, the 1, 2, 2, 3.
Yeah, no, the 2, 2, the 2, 2, 3.
Yeah. Set the 2, 2, 3.
The 2, 2, 3. I wish I had a 2, 2 tree, so that I could harvest my own 2, 2s. Wouldn't that be lovely?
Mm-hmm.
We already, if you look at row 3, 4, 5, and 6, we can already do a lot there.
3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Row 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah.
Yep. Don't look
sorry,
at the
it was
screen
delayed
sharing.
again. Yeah. We can fill in the 8, the 8, the 3, and the 2 there.
Sorry, I was gonna do this first. So even if it was lowest, it would have to cover these. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8.
Oh, wait a second, Max.
Yeah.
The column that you were just working on, 9 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the X in that column, there are 9 squares below there, so you can fill in all of those as being black.
Mm-hmm.
And then mark the 9 in orange.
Wait, hold on, did I accidentally? Yeah, no. Yeah, I just accidentally put 1 too many here. I meant to do that, and then that. Oh, we know that's that. And this 2 is done, this 3 is done, 8 and 8. After this 8, there's a 1, and then there's a 4. 3, and we don't actually know where the 2 is yet. 2, 1, 1, 2. So I think it's this. 3.
You think it is that, but you can't know that for certain. Oh yeah, actually you can. I'm sorry.
4 there and 3 there.
You can, if you look at the 2, 8, that's row 11.
2, 8, row 11.
Yes, you can place one black square right next to the group that we already have to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then we can cross off both 9s in this column.
Mm-hmm. There we go. 14, let's see, 5. 5, wait. 5. This can do that, then 5. Yeah, that's...
Why did you remove that?
So that I could see, because it was just looking at lots of squares was a bit confusing.
Yes, square. Looking at lots of squares is really your least favorite thing to do. We can see that.
What?
You have made a very big mistake.
Are, the 2 would need to be
Max,
below.
you have made a huge mistake.
What? What's the mistake?
Look at column 6. It says 1, 4, but you're starting off with 4 squares somehow.
Oof.
I think that L shape is just entirely wrong.
Okay. You know what? If it's correct, we'll get it back. So.
It's not correct.
No, not that. But whatever is correct here, we'll get it back.
Ah, yes. We can place. Oh, if you look at that 1, 4 column again, we in that column, the second row, we can place one black square at least.
What? Why?
Because one black square in the second row, we can't put a cross there. Column 6, row 2, black square.
Also, I didn't know this. Column 6, row 2.
That is not row 2. That is row.
Oh,
what is it?
You mean down there?
Yeah, and you can't put that cross there though. The cross all the way at the bottom in row 1. That's not certainly true.
Yeah, it is.
Why?
Because we had the 1, 4, and these 2. Well, wait, did I mix it up with another column or another number, perhaps?
I suppose, yeah. Anyway, you can put a black square in the second row and remove the cross.
Yeah.
Don't forget to put that black square in this. Oh, you already did, okay.
Are you looking at the stream or the screen sharing?
Yeah, the stream has just much better quality. It's really tiring to look at the screen sharing.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so? I'll just turn it up then. I just wanted to save data for the stream if that was an issue. Okay, right.
Okay.
2, 1, 1, 2. Don't know that. 12, 4. So this would have to be connected there. That's 5. 5. We have 12 here now.
Oh,
so we know that one.
The very rightmost column is already solved. We can do that immediately. We know what that is supposed to be. Column, because it says if you fill in 5, 10, and then 2, it just, you know.
They are the only thing that fit there tightly.
I think so, yeah.
5,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
10,
6,
2,
7,
yeah.
10, yeah.
Which means this one is like so. No, whoops. There we go. 3. This can be the, actually we don't know that. The 2 can be there.
You can also put a cross in what is it? Row 19, column 10.
Here.
Cross. Row 19, column 10. I don't. That's not.
Yeah, it is.
That is the right row, but not the right. I mean, sorry, right column, but not the right row.
5, 10, 15, 16, 17.
Oh, sorry,
18,
14.
19.
I meant. Excuse me.
14.
14, 10.
That's
That's 9. That's not 10.
Oh, whoops.
Yes.
10. Here is 9, so also another cross. Those are done.
We also know the one, yes, with just 9.
And then the 8 is also done.
Lovely.
Yeah, lovely.
Oh, the 811. That will be the 4th row from the top. That one is also solved for us.
That is indeed true. This is indeed a riveting conversation and stream.
Very riveting, yes.
The most riveting. So we know
if we
this.
look, yes, that's exactly what I was about
Where
to
does
say.
11 go? 5, 5, 1 on each. Yeah, okay, so we still don't know. 4, 6, 3. This has to be 3. 4 there.
Oh, we can. If we look at.
Oh no, sorry, that's not.
If we look at the 4th column from the right, we can put 2 crosses in the bottom 2 squares. 4th column from the right, the bottom 2 squares, we can mark those as
column from
X's.
the right, bottom row.
2 X's there.
Why?
Because
3.
that one is part of a. Sorry, not 2 X's, just 1 X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spend half an hour.
Lovely.
Right, so this should be a 4. This is already a 3.
You can put X's around the single 1 there. The same row.
Yeah. We don't know which it is though.
If we look at the column now there.
1, 4, 3.
If we look at column 7, that one is just a 3, so that's also solved for us.
One. No, because the 1 could be above. No, because it's down here. 1, 2, and 1.
And the 1 also solved. Just lovely. No.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, it's you use 9 instead of 8 accidentally. Just remove that one black box.
Whew. It wasn't a big mess up.
Well, let's hope so. We might have used that.
3, 1. This 6 needs to be there.
Things are going quite
6,
quickly now.
3.
Oh, we also know where the 1 must go.
Oh, I never crossed that off. And
in the 631 column, we also know where the 1 has to go. It cannot be there, it must be down below.
Yeah, because the 2 needs to be here.
Yeah. That solves the 4 in the bottom row.
Yep. The 2 still on that.
If we look at the row, if we look at row 11, which has 2, 8, we see that there is 1 empty square of just like
row 11. Give me a sec. There, yes.
Yes,
So
there is 1, like just a single, so that 1 can be marked off. And the same is true for the 2, 2, 3 in row 10.
2, 2, 3, yes.
And then we can also mark off the 1 in 4, 9, which is row 13. So then we have 3, 1, 1. Let's see if we can put the 1 in already at the bottom. Can we or can we not? It appears as though we can't.
No, because we have multiple ones there. 2, 4, 3. This is solved. 2, 4, 3 also solved.
Lovely.
1, 3, 2. We still don't know that one. The 6, 3 done. 4 can only be. So it has to be that.
Oh, look at column 5. It's single. It's just a single 2. So that one we can mark that one off.
Which means the 4 needs.
And we can also mark off the very bottom square in column 6.
Yeah. 1, No, actually, just the 4. Okay, and also this one because it has to be 2. This also because it has to be 2. This also 4 because it's a 3 because it's a 4.
If we look at
Which means the 1 has to be there.
Max,
Mm-hmm.
column 1, 2, 3, and 4. None of them start with 1, so we can mark off those as X's. The very first squares.
Yeah, there.
And that solves
4.
the very top left
4.
row.
4. 2. 4. So this can be all the way down, so that doesn't really help. Yes, okay, that doesn't change something there.
Row 13, we can finish that one.
Row 13. Yeah. Oh.
And that also finishes column 4 entirely. It also finishes column 4.
Second, this isn't a problem in Google Chrome. Column 4, 2,
is entirely
1, 3.
Done now.
And this has to be there. This has to be there. Which finishes. No? Yeah, it does. It has to be there. That's 10, right? Yeah, that's 10.
We can
The 1,
see
1, 1.
Yes, we have that now. That's lovely. So then we also know how to solve column 10.
Column 10
is now solved.
3, 1, 1. Oh, whoops.
Yes.
Oh, cannot be there. Has to be there. Boom. And then we also solve this. Boom. And
Lovely.
solve that one. 12, 4. So let's count. 5, 5.
Oh, don't forget, column 3 is already solved. And that solves everything for us immediately.
4, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. This 2, 2, 3. This 2, 8. Well, oh, down here. So then it's the 3. There we go. Alright, I should mark that one off. And the 3.
That's solved.
And this one, this is the 2 at the end, which is done. I just want to check all of these off. Go through them one.
You can also just click done and see if it's actually, ready.
2 is there, 2 is there.
Neuroticism. Yay, we did it. 34 minutes is not a very good score.
Neuroticism?
Yes. You were ticking off all of the things before clicking done.
More likely than average to be moody and to experience such feelings as anxiety, worry, fear, anger, frustration, envy, and jealousy. Guilt, depressed mood, and loneliness. How is that related to this?
Just someone who is neurotic is inclined to be very precise about things.
I don't think this is the neuroticism definition I'm looking for. How do you... I think the one I found was more of a... Because it says big 5 high order personality traits. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for just the word's general definition. I don't know. I just seem to find
actually that's also... So that's weird because in Dutch, a neuroot, which is basically neurat, is someone who is very, like, obsessive, is like OCD about something.
Yeah. In non-technical use in English, abnormally sensitive, obsessive,
that's what I meant.
anxious.
Yes. Because, funnily, like, basically the quote-unquote opposing quality of neuroticism would be conscientiousness. I know. Conscientiousness is actually the quality which is, like, hardworking and focused and precise.
Conscientious.
Definition.
Hmm.
Wishing to do one's work or duty well and thoroughly. So that's like, you could say conscientious or neurotic, I suppose.
I think neurotic fits this more. It's not very
Yes, it
productive
does.
here.
That's why I said neurotic.
We're not doing one of those. Also, let's see then.
Would you like to get it set up in such a way that we can do this competitively? Because no one is really watching now anyway, so we might as well.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, we have a viewer.
Oh, we
Crazy.
do. Hello. Would you like
Oh,
to say hi?
they are gone.
Oh, okay.
They just left.
Oh, sad times. For
Which
them,
makes sense
because of the things they are missing.
Okay, so let's get it figured out. How can we make that work? Side by side puzzle solving.
Well, the way we need to share screen, we use the Google the Chrome.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to be going to sleep soon, but I need to tire myself. So what I would like to do is competitively solve one of these puzzles. Just now, like let's stop the stream. No one is watching anyway. Let's do that. Then I can go to sleep.
Okay.
What's called puzzle?
Well, it says there's a viewer here, so if there is someone,
I am
actually, if you're watching this unrecorded, have a good continued day. The stream is ending now. Bye. Say bye.